Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting potential pick. Here we are on episode number 4 for WandaVision, the premiere season with Disney Plus and Marvel's MCU continuation. Very excited about this one, of course. The last 3 episodes, like we said, Chris, a lot was going on. This one definitely unpacked so much more and a lot of familiar faces and a lot more lore into the MC universe that we've been talking about. I was so excited to watch this one. A lot to unpack here. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah, definitely the first 3 episodes. We got the sitcom vibe. We got that there's something going on behind the scenes, something dark, mysterious. Why are they in this kind of magical land where everything seems bright and shiny, but something's definitely going on? This was definitely the first episode to be like, all right, this is exactly what's going on. So we're kind of been given all the answers we actually want at this point. It actually was, I think it was a clever title. I think it was called like,
We interrupt this program.
We Interrupt This Program. Great title. And It really was like hitting the ground hard of, okay, first thing to catch my eye was the very first scene was, we had a hint of this in Far From Home, Spider-Man, the sequel. But what happened to all the people after the blip, as in the people that were destroyed by Thanos' snap and then brought back? The chaos of that, when that would happen 5 years later, just all of a sudden, oh my gosh, it must have been chaotic. And they show this great scene in the beginning in this hospital with people magically their ashes coming back and appearing. I thought that was really cool to see that kind of visual effect. That was pretty like, oh, now we're definitely connecting to major plot points that happened in phase 3 of the MCU.
Yeah, so that was really exciting. Again, really, the fact that this world, this MC universe continues to build on itself is fantastic. I was really excited about this. So that was great visual effect. And of course, now we're getting all these characters. Some great shout outs to some previous Marvel films. Of course, we get back here Darcy, Kat Dennings from the Thor movies. And Maria.
It's been a while.
I know, it has been some change, you know. She's been, where you been hiding? And then we got Agent Woo from the Ant-Man films, which is really cool to see him. He a hilarious actor. And then we get, and this is fun for some of those fans out there, or all those fans out there, of Captain Marvel. We get a little bit of hint of Captain Marvel with the daughter of Maria Rambeau. And so this is a continuation of her, where we didn't know who this person was previously, and so now, like, okay, so and now we learn more about Sword, as we've been teasing the last couple episodes. Very exciting. Like, we've seen the symbol, we've seen, okay, this is, you know, kind of the antithesis or very similar to what Shield was, and now we learn more about it, that this kind of maybe rose from the ashes of what Shield was, and we learn more that they are kind of monitoring this whole situation with TV Land, with Wanda and Vision.
Maybe this will be a connection to Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Yeah. I know, that's what I thought too. I was like, gotta catch them all.
But definitely, no, it's exciting to see that there's this other, big government agency, and they're definitely aware of the Avengers. They're definitely aware of these kind of cosmic things happening, and they're all stationed outside of this town. And we get this kind of neat moment of seeing how, from the outside point of view, this town is not supposed to exist. Yeah. It's not on a map. It doesn't really exist. And so, our little agent here from Sword, we kind of see actually how she got into the town and going up and kind of putting her hand against this force field, which we've kind of seen what looks like a projection of some sort. Some kind of,
it kind of looks like the kind of the little hue from a TV screen that you would usually get.
And then she gets sucked into it. And then it's like, when we see kind of how she got into it, and then we also, we eventually see how she was blasted out of it.
Yeah, quite literally.
Which is very exciting. Which we in episode 3, when Wanda was kind of going through her labor there and getting her twins, she had brought up, Ultron killed your brother, didn't he? And she was like, how do you know that? You shouldn't, this is supposed to be 60s, 70s TV land. How would you know any of that? And we know that from the previous episode, a couple episodes actually, anytime something wrong happens,
That's
we
not
get this
fit. That's not
weird
fitting the TV mold of what's
we get
happening.
this weird either rewind moment or a reverse moment or a blackout for a second, and then it's like, oh, it's been fixed. So we can tell that Wanda has definitely been doing this. She's the one creating this city with whatever power she's using to do that, and she's definitely trying to maintain the relationship she had with Vision. And this
Yeah,
was I thought it was really cool after they show this part where she does, finally gets to use some of her like attack powers, and she blasted her through like multiple parts of the house, and she was just knocked literally outside the force field back into what is our normal modern life.
she should be in the hospital after that. Really,
Oh god, that would hurt.
I
I mean,
know.
I don't think she's a superhero, so I'm like, she's got to be hurt.
Yeah,
But I liked that when Vision came in, it was the exact same position of episode 3, but when she turned around, she actually saw dead Vision. We saw the
yeah,
vision of when
very
Thanos
creepy looking
broke
thing.
into
Yeah.
his head to get the stone, and she saw that for a few seconds, and then she was like, no, and then he was back to his normal self. So
But of course, he was looking a little like, wait, what's going on? So we don't know who this Vision is. If this is all again, he's totally fake because he notices certain things that aren't right. So it's not totally a perfect alternate reality. This fantasy she's concocted, but we know that she's the architect of it. But why and how did this happen? Because again, right after the end game, the events of Endgame, we didn't really see what happened to the Scarlet Witch. So we really don't know what happened. So it's going to be, but then again, from our perspective, right at the end of the game, once she came back with the people from the blip, she went right into, let's fight mode, and she was, fighting Thanos. So literally, she helps take down Thanos.
she was on revenge mode, trying
because
to
literally all from her perspective, Vision was just killed because
Vision was killed, and Thanos was the one that did it. So I did like that they had this little part here with Agent Wu. We found out that he was the one that actually was trying to contact Wanda through the radio, which we had.
Yeah, we see who the beekeeper was. It was one of the agents coming through. So
very cool, and I like that. I also like that Kat Dennings' character was able to kind of figure out like, oh, we need some retro TVs because based on how this magic is working, this whatever these things are aligning that Wanda's doing. You can't watch it on any of the technology we have. We have to watch it, and so it's kind of neat to think that they're like us, the viewer, the people in Sword. They're kind of viewing it like a TV show, just as we're watching it, being like, "Wait, why is this a TV show?
Well,
like,
it's
why
kind
is
of
this
funny too because at the end of the credits too are kind of like what they're getting, the feedback and everything like that.
Yeah.
As well, but they did mention, which is kind of interesting. She was talking about that it's coming some cosmic radiation, which we know the Infinity Stones, and of course the Mind Stone gave Wanda her powers. So maybe there's another Infinity Stone out there that's helping to create this because the Reality Stone, which might be the case of this because though all the stones were placed back, again we don't know.
We're not sure though. We're not 100% sure that happened. We don't really know what happened to Cap when he went back in time. So, which could open up a whole bunch of doorways to a lot of exciting things. So excited to see where they're going to go next with episode 5 coming up this week. Now, once 5 happens, we'll be well halfway through the season. So we got a couple episodes left till, and we'll see if this is going to be a one-off series or if it looks like it might be more to come. But would be exciting to see if we get some other big MCU cameos coming up in the next few weeks, especially knowing that we've talked about Wanda is definitely set up to be in Doctor Strange 2, and definitely she's going to have the key to the multiverse. So a lot could happen that could open a door to these movies that we are beginning in the next few years, especially with Spider-Man and Doctor Strange Part 2. So
I think this show is far from over. I don't think it's going to be a one-off because there's so many ways or directions this can go. So we're going to just have to stay tuned. But I am glad that it's starting to pick up after episode 3 and now 4. It's definitely getting better, and I can't wait to continue to watch this. So hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we have. Again, if you like these videos, and make sure you down there and below in the comments and tell us what other shows do you want to hear about? What do you want to talk about? What other conspiracy theories are coming around in your head? So who knows what's going to happen?
Send us all the goods. Send us all the goods.
But take care.
Next week.
Yes.